Matt Gibson. I'm the president and CEO of the Kentucky Derby Festival.
And I'm Wayne Henninger, the producer for 31 years and enjoying it more than anybody. We're coming from what we refer to as Club Thunder. This is by residents down on the lower level, and this is pretty good hangout for all of us in different groups. So at times we've had as many as just me and Matt, the two of us, or sometimes 35 of us, but it's a good watering hole for a lot of us.
It is, and as you see, there's lots of Thunder memorabilia around here. I mean, it really is a great place to get that vibe, and I can't tell you countless meetings that we've had over the decades, whether it be here or previous places, that we've sat, and this is where a lot of the ideation and creation happens.
For sure.
Here. The planning for the show oftentimes starts even before that year's show kicks off. We learn things that we'd like to do different, or as the venue and things change, some of the challenges that we'll face and that we have to adapt to. So it happens ongoing, and then certainly the day of show we learn a lot what we'd like to do better next year. Right?
Yeah, and the day of show is when it really starts coming together, because we've got all the pilots are in town, everybody that's involved is in place. So planning starts right during the show, as a matter of fact, because if something is going on in the show that looks great, it's like, well, we need to take note of that, bring that back. So a lot of the planning takes place right then and there, because everybody's in place and in action. So yeah, the planning really takes off there, and then gets serious after we get back from the International Council of Airshow Convention, where we're lining up the aircraft, and then typically by Christmas we're pretty much at it full time, right on up to the showtime. And sometimes it's very easy, sometimes it's harder than others. For example, in 2006, when we did the Country Thunder theme, that was very difficult. The country music, as much as we all like it, it's not really conducive to arranging that soundtrack for a fireworks. It just doesn't work as well as something like when we did 2001 Festival Odyssey, where it went into a whole space theme, and we were able to use Star Trek and Star Wars and all those great music pieces. And then while I'm thinking about that, if you will, follow me on this, when we're doing a piece of music, and I'll refer to When You Wish Upon a Star because everybody's familiar with that because we've used it every year. That's very conducive. And you've heard me talk about building the soundtrack as a roller coaster, where we're taking people up to a height and dropping them out and taking them into curves. When you get into, like, When You Wish Upon a Star, you're taking people out of that roller coaster, putting them in an easy chair where they can sit back and we can get into their emotions with these big blooming fireworks that will drip down into the river, and then pixie dust. So it's a fun way of, the music track is very important to the whole thing with the fireworks show, because all afternoon with the aircraft, we've given a real visual experience, and people can look at that with awe. And then when it gets dark and we're able to move into people's emotions, and I have that, I can take them all the way through the emotions of laughter to feeling a little sad, to enlightening them, laughing, and then getting them wanting to dance. So that soundtrack is very important to set the tone for it all. And it's really the most fun part of playing with people's emotions and being able to take them on this roller coaster ride.
Not only is it a fireworks show and an air show there for entertainment, we provide a lot of programming for folks who are there all day long. They commit their day, they're there 12, 14 hours, and it's our goal to make sure that there is something for everyone. One of the best examples that we can describe is Ford's Thunder on the Ground, sponsored by Ford Motor Company. They are a great partner of ours, and that allows us to create some of these great experiences like the Air Force simulators that are there, the Marine Chin-Up Challenge. It could be anything that is there that people want to go and wander and see. And it's the entire South Great Lawn of Waterfront Park, and that's quite a few hundred square feet. 1,000 square feet of just interactive and free entertainment, all thanks to Ford's Thunder sponsorship. And you can do anything all day long, from midway rides to learning how to fly a plane to even sign up for different resources in the community. Our friends in the census were even there this year and signed people up and helped meet their goal. There's also lots of military recruitment that happens there. It's one of the largest military recruitments in the country for the entire year.
Right.
So there is something for everybody there. And that just adds to that all-day entertainment. And again, there's something for everyone there in Ford's Thunder on the ground.
You know, for the television viewers, I've always referred, when they say, no, I'm good with just watching on television, I'm going, you're missing quite a bit of the show, because what's going on the ground is phenomenal. It's as much of a show as we have going on in the air. Matt and I particularly get asked that all the time. And from the producer standpoint, I always tell everybody, as long as you've got line sight of the 2nd Street Bridge, you're good to go, because almost a third of the fireworks show is going to come off that bridge. And then I hear about different groups that have got parties going on in Floyd Knobs, other places scattered as far as up the river, way beyond sight of the river, but they're watching for the big stuff. And then again, back to the television folks. We worked very hard with the television partnerships to let them from the start be part of the design program, because a lot of what we do is for television, knowing that the 400,000 plus people at the venue are not seeing some of the things that we're doing. And then it works the other way, where the scope is so big it's not conducive for television. So the viewership is all over the place, and it's great. But the highlights of the actual strong points, Matt, take it away from you.
There's something for everybody. If somebody wants to attend and make a family-style picnic, there are places all along the southern Indiana shore and Kentuckiana shore and Waterfront Park. Again, there's the Thunder Chow Wagon where people can go, and there's plenty of place for people to stretch out. There's Myers Party on the Belvedere that is fantastic, and that's one of the best kept secrets. Where I always tell folks, one of the places that we're watching grow over the years is out at the Big Four lawn. There's such a unique view that you get to see of the show as the aircraft come down the Ohio. And not only is the bridge the center marker for the fireworks show, it's the absolute center marker for the air show. So everything happens in that focus. If you're looking for corporate entertainment, we've got the Thunder Corporate Villages that our folks can work to customize any package from 50 folks all the way up to 2,500 folks that want to come there and create something special for their guests. And then even with our partners at the Galt House and other properties, they've got something that they can tune to every client out there to come and see the show. Because again, we've got something for everyone. And that's one of the things that we pride ourselves as the nation's largest civic celebration. If you want it, we've got it, that's for sure.